poem that I'm going to recite. Let's hold up. The poem that I'm going to recite is Why We Were Born Alone. Why we were born, or a person was born alone. Why, W-H-Y. Did God, Allah, Jehovah, made a mistake? Nah, God didn't make a mistake, because if he did, the moon would fall off, the sun would burn us to death. But everything is working out perfectly fine. I stopped looking at the why, because a person is born alone, finish and la. Even if you're twins and one baby comes out first, they both can come out at the same time. Even if you die, your casket is designed for you and for you alone. So I stopped looking at why, and I started looking at the reason. Why was a person born alone and had to go through things alone? If you're depressed, you go through it alone. You can tell people about it. They can have sympathy for you, but you go through it alone. If you go through a heartbreak, you go through it alone. So guys, I kindly want to invite you on a Magic School Bus tour where we'll see why can't we see the reasons why we go through things alone and tend to, always tag people inside. So buckle up, people. Here we go. So in life, there is a human marathon formula set up for a person in order to accomplish or get this success. Number 1, you go to school, you finish school. Number 2, you go to university, you graduate. Okay, you're done now, you're feeling confident. Number 3, you get a job, you get that paper in and you be like, Mom, thank you for, hosting me this all my year. It's time for me to get out and be a man. Number 4, you get yourself a girlfriend, which you intend to get married. Because every time you meet someone that you have these feelings for them, you tend to marry them. Number 5, you get kids. You start be like, okay, fine, I have kids. I want them to go to the best universities. I want them to go to school. And if you want them to do that, you need funds. You start doing investments. You start putting money away. Number 6, you go on vacation trips. You take that Instagram photos. You be like, hey, vas me bra, ne me bro muni ware ni kesne diso. That's like gisne damadi mavoto, and you're just there with you're doing your thing. And number 7, you put your wife, if you guys are still together, and your kids, on your will. And number 8, you die. Have you guys noticed the first 3 phases, you are alone? Let's say 75% you are alone. Majority rules, swapo. So going through these first 3 phases is a very critical as joining a Bitcoin for investment deal, because you're busy laying out the foundation of what you want out of life. Let's take, for example, singleness or loneliness in general. Singleness has been the permanent COVID-19 syndrome in today's life. People keep asking, why are you single? Don't you get lonely? What are you waiting for? Now note this, singleness is as important as being in a relationship. You're technically in a relationship with yourself, because how you are with yourself is how you are with the other people So you evaluate what's important to you and you make time for it. Let me say, for me, poetry is important for me. Even if I'm alone here, I'll still spit my poem, because I'm not determined on the crowd, I'm determined on my art. So the reason why you are born alone is to figure it out. You gotta figure it out, if you want to figure it out. Because you get born and there's a gap and you will die. You know you're gonna die, you don't know how you're gonna die. So your job is to figure it out. Your mom can't do that. Sunday service can't do that. Charities can't do that. But you yourself can do that. Thank you guys so much. That's my poem.